How's it going, guys? My name is Sabe Player and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. So, we're back with Peace Walker, and after battling the the AI, the pupa, however Huey calls it, I think I'm not ready for more of these boss fights because these boss fights look like they're going to be hard and they look like they're going to be some trouble. So let's go to some training missions and then we'll do the mission itself. So.
Commencing training mission. Missions like this are key to building up your basic skills. Be careful out there.
Alright, target practice.
We've cleared this prison out already. No enemies to worry about in there. I'm thinking you could use these twisty streets for urban combat training. This could be the perfect place to practice with throwing weapons. What do you think?
Good idea. Alright. Mission prep. Shoot on targets? Alright. I can do that.
Hit the targets as fast and as accurately as you can. Now that's what I'm talking about. Amazing.
Targets, where are they? I hear them. Oh, here it is. Easy enough. And I got a C. Wow.
Thanks for putting me on the R&D team, Snake. I'll cut to the chase. We've commenced development on our own bipedal weapon. The only thing is, we don't exactly have easy access to resources here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have the budget of a defense department behind us.
I understand. That's why I want to ask you something. If you fight any more AI weapons, could you try to gather as many of their parts as you can? That would really make things go a lot smoother.
Again, easier said than done.
If anyone can do it, you can, boss. You single-handedly took out the pupa.
True.
Look, if you're not interested, I can just work with what we have here. I'm not trying to force you to take unnecessary risks. You're the boss around here.
All right. No promises, but I'll think about it.
Great. Also, each AI weapon has a head part that serves as the core of its armament. Recovering a head part will allow you to use the weapon associated with that part. But those guys won't go down without a fight, so don't get too preoccupied with this stuff.
Don't worry. I'm not about to risk my life for a bunch of scrap.
I would hope not. One more thing. Our new bipedal weapon needs a name.
Good point. We can't keep calling it our bipedal weapon.
I had a talk with Miller and we came up with Metal Gear Zeke.
Metal Gear... Zeke?
Yep. As you know, Metal Gear was coined by Ronin.
And Zeke?
It's a name the U.S. military gave to Japanese aircraft that flew during World War II. Zeke was the Japanese Navy's best fighter plane. So are you okay with that, Snake?
Sure. Fine by me.
Miller was saying that an army without borders will need a deterrent against other countries. He's right. With Metal Gear, MSF can achieve true independence.
Here's hoping.
Okay then. We're creating a Metal Gear? What the hell? We're building... Oh my god! A bipedal tank is now ready for development from the Metal Gear menu. A Metal Gear menu? What? What? A Metal Gear? In Metal Gear, you can develop Metal Gear Zeke, a bipedal tank. Once Metal Gear Zeke is complete, you can deploy this powerful new weapon in outer ops and other missions. Development of Metal Gear Zeke is dependent on parts collected from all the AI weapons you encounter. The parts you can obtain include armaments such as jetpacks and additional armor. Those parts vary by AI. This concludes the tutorial. Okay. What? Oh. Okay, so... Okay, I think I get it. This is kind of confusing, but don't get me wrong, this is cool at the same time because we're actually going to build a Metal Gear. Now that is cool. That is cool, guys. What in the world? Alright, armored vehicle battle. Alright.
Commencing mission. You're in for some heavy combat with this one. Try and make it back in one piece.
Alright. Alright, nothing. Oh, we're back to this. Oh, I should have equipped my, Alright, let's go back to, mission selector and equip the right weapons over here because I didn't equip the right mission, the right, Alright. I think we're good.
Commencing mission.
Okay, let's do this.
No need to take out the armored vehicle just yet. Neutralize the troops first. Strike before they spot you.
What is it? Get up. What is it?
Bolton recovery helicopter is complete. Bolton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Bolton recovery helicopter is complete.
not plan this right, guys.
Commencing.
This is, don't mind me, I'm just playing with my dog. Hey, yo, how you doing, buddy? Hi.
Neutralize the enemy troops.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Okay, that was pretty intense. For our first training, second training, I mean. And I gotta see. Oh man. Alright, let's see what our special report is. Okay. Alright. Travel to the Cloud Forest. Alright, that's our next mission.
Snake, Peace Walker is the heart of the enemy's project. To prevent its completion, you'll need to either shut down or destroy the artificial intelligence that functions as its brain. According to Huey, that AI is now undergoing final calibrations in Strangelove's lab. It's inside a tropical cloud forest. Slip in and terminate that AI before they ship it out.
Dr. Strangelove is actually a movie character, if I'm not mistaken.
We've also confirmed that some of the enemies specialize in ambushes. Amanda's crew calls them scouts. They'll blend themselves in with the terrain and the vegetation. Then, when they see you, they'll swoop in. They fight pretty much like commandos, and will use clearing techniques to flush you out. In addition to wielding normal weapons, the scouts also carry wires.
Sounds like these guys know their CQC.
Could be.
Yeah.
We've been getting reports of CQC attacks being blocked by wires. Stay alert.
Alright. More briefing files from Paz.
Are there any large-scale ruins in Costa Rica, Paz?
There is a place east of Cartago called Guajabu. They have ruins there, but they're not especially big.
Not the place I'm thinking of. Any others?
Well, if you go a little way across the border into Nicaragua, there is a place called La Fortaleza de la Inmaculada Concepción. That is the only famous one.
Then what were those ruins I saw from Abanirasu?
There are a lot of things we still do not know about Costa Rica's ancient civilizations. There are giant stone spheres throughout the country. What they were used for is still a mystery.
Okay. Tropical cloud forest.
The cloud forests cover the central mountainous region of the country. They are perpetually shrouded in fog. You get wet just standing there. It is as if the entire forest is inside a cloud.
Must make for poor visibility.
It does, but beauty too. It is like being lost in some mystical green labyrinth.
I'd rather not get lost, if that's okay.
The forests are also home to lots of rare animals, especially bright-colored frogs. They like the humidity.
Okay. Morpho butterflies.
You know that butterfly painted on Peace Walker? Any idea what that is?
It is a morpho, a Pallades morpho, if I'm not mistaken.
A lady's morpho.
Uh-huh. It is the most common type of morpho in Costa Rica.
Huh.
It has these gorgeous metallic blue wings that shimmer in the light. You can see them even from a distance.
You mean they reflect light?
Correct. It is called structural color. Morpho scales have tiny bumps on them that interfere with the light and make them look blue. The space between the bumps corresponds to the wavelength of the blue light.
Let me see if I get this. So if you could change the spacing, you'd end up seeing a different color.
That is the principle. I heard somewhere it is being researched as a way to color cloth without dye.
Think of the camouflage you could make with that.
Is that all you can think of?
Hey, it's important. What I don't get is why they put a butterfly on Peace Walker.
Maybe because it looks pretty.
I hope that's all it is.
I hope so. I hope so too. Selva de la Leche, jungle.
This area is a tropical cloud forest, continually covered in a thick mist. It is quite a mystical place.
Selva de la Leche. Forest of milk. I can barely see in front of me.
There you go again. The forest is basically sitting in a cloud, so of course it's going to be hard to see. But you know, the cloud forest is the only place many exotic creatures can live.
Well, if they're not edible, I'm not interested.
Snake, I'll have you know people travel from all around the world to witness Costa Rica's unique fauna.
Oh my god, Snake. Selva de la
Snake,
Leche, hillside.
watch out for the frogs.
Why? They bite? Relax. No frog's ever eaten a snake. Although, I feasted on a few frog's legs myself.
But they are dangerous. They are poisonous.
Poisonous.
Poison dart frogs live up to their name, I assure you.
Yep.
Their poison is so strong. The Indígena use them to make poison-tipped arrows. Some secrete poison through their skin. Even touching them can be dangerous. So don't go petting them or anything.
So, I can't eat one.
I am
Nope.
warning you.
Jesus Christ, Snake, are you trying to kill yourself right now? Into the tropical cloud forest.
From here on in, you'll be in a cloud forest. The ground is covered in vegetation. You'll have plenty of hiding places, but so will the enemy.
I'll keep an eye out for scouts.
Trying to force your way through would be suicide. Know the enemy's location before making any moves. Too bad you don't have some sort of radar.
I could try night vision.
Once you know where an enemy is, decide how you want to handle him. You could get into his blind spots.
Or drop him from a distance before he even has a clue someone's around. An eye for an eye, alright?
Maybe? Yep. Chico!
Chico, you know much about cloud forests?
Not that much. All I know is there's a world of difference between a rainy rainforest and a foggy cloud forest. But they have some things in common. Like, for instance, you gotta watch out for poison dart frogs. Both rain and cloud forests have high humidity, so they're perfect environments for frogs and other amphibians. I mean, it's not like just touching a strawberry poison dart frog or a dying dart frog is going to kill you, but don't eat them, no matter how hungry you get.
I can get all the rations I need from Mother Base. No jungle food for me this time.
Seriously? You're not disappointed you don't get to eat wild animals?
What do you think I am?
Just kidding. In Colombia, though, there's a frog, the golden dart frog, that's lethal to the touch.
How do you know all this?
Come on. Don't you think poisonous animals are cool?
Not if you get poisoned by one.
Well, obviously. One more thing. When you get to the forest, be on the lookout for Bigfoot.
I think I'll be okay there.
Yeah, because Bigfoot doesn't really exist.
Bigfoot is an ape man that lives in the Rocky Mountains. In the local Indian language, he's known as Sasquatch. And get this, he's over 3 vara. Can you believe that?
So he's kind of like a gorilla.
Completely different. Even the biggest gorillas only get to about 2 vara, and they walk on their knuckles. Bigfoot's big, and he walks on 2 feet, like people.
So he's more man than ape.
Probably. His ancestors must have split off from humans at some point. Like before they started using tools and stuff.
Yeah, but the Rockies kind of far away from here.
Not that far. According to Darwin, humans came all the way over here from Africa. Plus, there have been sightings in Venezuela of an ape man called Mono Grande. Costa Rica has tons of plant and animal species. So I'd expect there to be at least one kind of ape man.
At least.
Mono Grande, that means big monkey.
Gotta admit, I've never heard of Mono Grande.
Yeah, he's not as famous as Bigfoot. He's similar, but he lives in Venezuela. He's not that big, less than 2 vara, but he's way more ferocious than Bigfoot. Huh. I wonder just how mean he is. Like when he catches his prey, does he punch it to death?
That's the law of the wild. You catch your prey, you kill it, and you eat it.
Yeah, but punching is way more ferocious than biting.
Well, maybe it seems that way because that's what humans do. You really love UMAs, don't you, Chico?
Do you know what I think? I think UMAs should be dangerous. Otherwise, where's the fun in hunting them?
Well, true. True, very true. Huey. Oh my god, you have many... many briefing files right now. Relations with the U.S., William Walker.
La CIA calls their new toy Peace Walker, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
It is an insult to us Nikos.
because the guy you were talking about, Walker,
See, although it happened over 100 years ago. Back then, the political parties in Nicaragua were at each other's throats. The Nicaraguan Democratic Party hired an American mercenary to help counter their enemies, the Conservative Party.
and that was Walker.
After taking care of the conservatives, Walker decided to seize power in Nicaragua for himself, eventually making himself president.
The Democratic Party gave him an inch, and he took the whole country.
But it did not end there. Not only did he make English an official language, he tried to reintroduce slavery. Walker's goal was to build a Caribbean empire centered on the American South.
Caribbean Empire. Sounds kind of like what Coleman is trying to pull off.
The gringos are always like that. They invent some convenient excuse to trample all over foreign countries like they own the place. Peace Walker, ha!
What happened to Walker in the end?
A united Central American army led by Costa Rica kicked his ass and sent him running back to America.
And why don't we do the same? I, for one, don't intend to let Coleman get his way.
Good idea. I'm glad we have you, boss.
Yeah, I'm glad we have each other, actually. So we read all of Paz's files, all of Miller's files, but we haven't seen Huey's right now. Oh my god. Yeah, in here it's more files, but in the file library there's less. So let's see what he has for us. Cold War and nuclear arms race, the Manhattan Project. Oh yeah, yep.
Doc, I'm starting to sense your feelings about nukes are a little different from your colleagues.
How do you mean?
Your little chat with Coleman back there.
I told you my father worked on the Manhattan Project, right? You're familiar with it?
The basics, yeah. It was the project that kicked off the nuclear age.
That's right. Some of the finest minds of the 20th century, including multiple Nobel Prize winners, worked on it. They spent over $2 billion, and that's in 1940s money. It culminated in the successful nuclear test at Alamogordo on July 16th, 1945.
And the first use in combat a few weeks later. Doc,
I can't walk.
what?
My spine isn't shaped like everybody else's. I can't move my lower body, so I've never taken a single step, not since I was born.
What's that got to do with your dad being in the Manhattan Project?
As a result of his research, my father was exposed to high doses of radiation. It can't be a coincidence that my chromosomes are messed up. That's why I didn't want for these nukes to be another sword of Damocles. I wanted to give them a real purpose, to be a deterrent against war.
Doc,
And Coldman, we have to stop him, whatever it takes.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay, let's see.
August 6th, 1945, Hiroshima. August 9, Nagasaki.
the atom bomb attacks on Japan.
My father was married to his work. I don't have a single memory of going places or doing stuff with him on weekends. But even as a kid, I knew on some level that it was for his family. I respected him. My mother used to tell me all the time, "Your father is a brilliant scientist. He saved countless American boys from death. You should be proud of him."
Yeah. You could say the war ended because of those bombs.
When I was in the 5th grade, a Japanese student transferred to our class. She showed me photos of Hiroshima after the bomb. I couldn't believe my eyes. A city of over 350,000 people reduced to a scorch mark on the ground by a single atomic bomb. Houses blown off their foundations, burned to ashes. The only things left standing were the skeletons of steel-framed buildings. And it wasn't just the buildings. blackened corpses on the side of the road. Survivors covered head to toe in severe burns. Within a few months, over 70,000 had died in Nagasaki, twice that in Hiroshima. For years after that, I couldn't talk to my father. Couldn't even stand to look at his face.
I know how you feel, Doc. But your father's your father.
If he hadn't worked on that project, my body wouldn't be like this. I could be researching something else. I could have lived a normal life.
The Hiroshima bombing was sad. I'm going to say that because I saw like documentaries about how the Hiroshima bomb was, how it was. So knowing that your own family member, your father, was part of that Hiroshima bombing, that's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Cuban Missile Crisis. Oh, I remember this one.
It wasn't so long ago the world stood on the brink of nuclear war.
Just over on the other side of the Caribbean.
I was 17 at the time. I'd skipped a few grades and was a sophomore at MIT. I remember feeling kind of apathetic about the news that came in every day. It seemed clear to me that as long as they had a grasp of the concept of nuclear deterrence, there was nothing to fear.
Either that, or they were fanning that fear on purpose.
As a way to secure a bigger defense budget? Huh, I can see that. But if that was their plan, it kind of backfired.
Because it ushered in the era of détente between East and West.
Coldman's really gonna do it this time. Once the nuclear genie is out of the bottle, the yoke of deterrence is going to be meaningless. People will die. Cities will burn. We have to stop him now before it's too late to turn back.
Okay. The space race and the Cold War arms race.
So you've been doing nuclear research your whole life?
No, not really. At first I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. For me, the Sputnik launch was a good shock, not a bad one. I thought the age when science was used for war was over, and that a glorious age of space exploration was dawning. The year I skipped ahead and got into MIT, Gagarin went into orbit, which made me more excited than ever. Of course, even back then, I knew the space race was just another facet of the Cold War.
Moscow had a leg up on us, and we were desperate to catch up.
I know. But for me, it was a happy time. I joined NASA, got to do the kind of research I loved. Our nation's prestige hinged on our work. They gave us whatever resources we asked for. I knew you could turn a rocket into an ICBM by fitting it with a nuclear warhead, but that didn't bother me so much. It didn't last long, though. The space and nuclear arms races took up enormous sums of money. America beat Russia to the moon, but that's where it ended.
Then came détente.
Exactly. NASA's budget was slashed as a result. My father being a nuclear expert and all, they put me to work on a more obvious deterrent. Missiles. At NASA, I'd been researching a locomotion system for lunar exploration. Tires aren't suited to driving around on the moon, you know. And that's how I caught Coldman's eye.
So Coldman, nuclear deterrence. Let's see, nuclear deterrence theory.
Let's speak in hypotheticals for a minute. Say you wanted to make a clone of yourself.
A clone? Paramedic had the same idea. It's science fiction.
I'm just hypothesizing here. Okay, not a clone then. You have any kids?
Nope.
Wife?
Never been tied down.
Okay then. So, we're still talking hypotheticals. Say you had a son who'd inherited your genes. Someone with the same combat abilities as you. Would you challenge him to a fight?
Not to sound cocky, but I wouldn't want to do that. No telling who'd survive.
I'll bet. You picked up on the Pupa 5000's combat patterns in seconds.
Only with your advice, Doc.
Well, if anybody
True.
could learn to do it just by listening, it'd be easy. But you're a born soldier. Yeah, you must have been born with genes geared for combat. Soldier genes, if you will.
Genes geared for combat. I don't care how advanced their research is. You can't blame genes for everything.
Blame genes? You think it's funny?
What?
You think genes have nothing to do with this body I was born with?
I don't know.
Look, that fear of facing someone of equal ability in combat, imagine that on a strategic scale. That's the concept of nuclear deterrence. The idea is, when all sides are armed with the destructive power of nuclear weapons, they'll avoid nuclear war in order to prevent mutual annihilation.
Doesn't sound all that sophisticated to me.
Exactly. It's so simple in principle. But because it's so simple, whether or not it works properly depends on the people involved. In that sense, what we're looking at now is a malfunction in deterrence theory.
Coldman.
You got it. Please, Snake, don't let deterrence die.
Apparently, paramedics said something about the clone thing, and he's mentioning it too. So, they're predicting the future right now. Peace Walker. Let's see about Peace Walker. Peace Walker projects. Oh man. All right. Let's see. Let's start with the Peace Walker project.
The aim of the Peace Walker project is to achieve robust nuclear deterrence across Central America by deploying a new nuclear weapon system along the Caribbean coast. Peace Walker is also the name of the system itself.
A nuclear weapon named Peace. I can just see the look on Kaz's face. So why exactly does this new system need legs in the first place?
Because it's a walker, an unmanned weapon moving under its own power and capable of launching a deterrent strike from anywhere. That's the whole idea behind Peace Walker.
Okay. Mobile nuclear launch platform.
The reason Peace Walker is a mobile nuclear weapon system is to maximize its potential as a nuclear deterrent.
How so?
If need be, Peace Walker can stay constantly on the move so that the adversary can't pinpoint its position. That allows it to avoid preemptive enemy strikes.
So you're saying it keeps the retaliation card in play?
Coldman likes to brag about it in this way.
Like a land-based version of an SSBN.
And there's another reason for them to be mobile. Peace Walker also has a self-destruct function.
Self-destruct function. Let's see about that.
Why would Peace Walker need a self-destruct function?
You saw it, didn't you, Snake? That sphere on Peace Walker's head?
Yeah.
That's a hydrogen bomb.
What? You're telling me that thing's a thermonuclear device? Do they have any idea what kind of destruction that thing would cause?
I know, it's crazy. I mean, even overkill has its limits. If it's strategic value they want, they could have gone with something smaller. It's like they want a weapon on par with Russia's Tsar Bomba.
This arms race is running way out of control.
It's an evolutionary dead end. A saber-toothed tiger. You can't load a warhead that big on a missile, of course. And no strategic bomber could carry it. That's where Peace Walker comes in.
So, it waltzes into enemy territory carrying a hydrogen bomb and blows itself up. Christ.
Damn. That's overkill for sure. God damn. Tsar Bomba.
The biggest nuclear warhead ever actually detonated was the Soviet RDS-220, nicknamed Tsar Bomba. It had an estimated yield of 57 megatons, 10 times as much power as all the explosives used throughout World War II. The test took place on October 30, 1961, above Novaya Zemlya. The explosion is believed to have created a fireball over 2 miles in diameter. Can you believe that? Like a miniature sun. The explosion was seen as far off as Finland, 600 miles away. And some people even reported windows shattering. The shockwave traveled 3 times around the Earth.
3 times?
Peace Walker is armed with a massive hydrogen bomb, even more destructive than Tsar Bomba. It can sneak into enemy territory, lie low, and in the event of an enemy nuclear strike, detonate itself in retaliation. And the locomotion system that lets it do that? My research. Snake, Those legs were supposed to make my dream come true. Now they're about to jump the fence of nuclear deterrence. You have to stop them. I'll apply all my energy into developing weapons and equipment to help you do it.
Sounds like a deal.
Damn, okay. Well, Peace Walker's AI. Let's see about this one.
What made you put an AI into Peace Walker?
Well, for one thing, because it can't be manned. Peace Walker's designed to enter enemy territory and blow itself up, if necessary. You can't put a person inside a weapon that could blow at any time, can you? So we equipped it with an AI instead.
That's strangely humane of you.
And besides, Peace Walker was designed as a bipedal weapon system. You can't imagine how hard it shakes when it walks. It'd turn a man into mush. Plus, when launching a nuclear missile, it has to perform ballistic calculations in real time. See? Because it's always moving.
Hold on. If that's all it does, then a high-performance computer ought to do the job. It doesn't need intelligence.
That's a very good point, Snake. Which brings me to the real reason. Peace Walker needs AI to make decisions regarding nuclear retaliation. It's what ensures perfectly mutual assured destruction.
I've heard all this before. You want a war between machines?
We never actually launched the first nuke, of course. It's strictly a counterattack system. Only a politician could make such an illogical decision as starting a nuclear war. Conversely, if an adversary launches a nuke at us, the AI will not fail to retaliate. Therefore, the adversary can't launch. The AI guarantees it.
Even so, launching nukes without authorization?
Boomer captains have the authority to launch if land communications are cut off. It's the same principle.
Not even the captain of a boomer can make that decision alone. The way I heard it, that's the only situation where insubordination is allowed.
Only because humans are imperfect. That's Coleman's line of thinking.
You're saying that machines don't make mistakes? That's a myth. Worse than that, it's blind faith.
We wouldn't put our faith, our fate, into the hands of any ordinary machine. That's what the AI is for. The decision to launch a retaliatory strike requires high-level judgment. You have to take into account not only the state of a war, but the entire world. And sometimes, you need to make a guess based on incomplete information.
Huh. You think an AI can do all that?
Yeah. At least Dr. Strangelove does.
Okay. That's pretty weird. Fighting Peace Walker.
Peace Walker is fitted with several close-range weapons. We'd also planned for it to be able to enter enemy territory and self-detonate.
Wonderful. What exactly are we dealing with here?
Well, the flamethrowers for one thing. One in the front and one in the rear. Then there are the S-mines. They're like cluster bombs. It scatters them from its leg hatches. If you see those open, you better clear out quickly. And finally, the rockets. These can travel quite a distance, so stay sharp. On the other hand, it can't fire them from too close. But then again, there are those flamethrowers. It can also use its legs as weapons against any infantry on the ground. Ouch. But remember, Peace Walker technically isn't complete. With just the reptile pod, it can only perform relatively simple maneuvers. They've got certain quirks, too. What's more, look carefully, and you should be able to predict which attack is coming next.
Alright, good enough. The need for bipedal locomotion.
Okay, but why does Peace Walker need to walk on two legs? I think treads would be good enough.
You'd be wrong. As you know, the terrain in Central America is rugged and complex, especially along the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica. You've got jungles, swamps, mountains, and the only way to get across all that terrain, no matter how rugged, is on legs.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be tough to cross a swamp, even on legs?
It wasn't easy, that's for sure. The reason we picked Costa Rica as a proving ground is because we can test it on every type of terrain.
Okay. The fake Peace Walker project.
This Peace Walker project the CIA's talking about. You believed in it, huh?
Yeah, I believed. Actually, maybe I just wanted to believe.
What do you mean?
Here's how Coleman explained it. Peace Walker's a weapon for peace. one to ensure true nuclear deterrence. It'd be the anchor to bring stability to Central America. He told me, the nuclear weapon system you've built will never be used. It will forever stand vigil as an icon of peace. And to achieve that, he needed my bipedal locomotion technology. To be honest, I was flattered.
Flattered.
Wouldn't you be? My colleagues in the scientific community have never taken me seriously. They told me bipedal locomotion was a pipe dream, that it'd never amount to anything. It was the first time anybody recognized my work. How could I not be happy? And besides, it was my chance to surpass my father. To create nukes for peace. Or so I thought anyway.
But Coldman's really going through with it.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense, really. No one would give the project any notice unless they could prove that an unmanned system is capable of launching a nuke.
Interesting. The real reason for launching a real nuke.
Why is Coldman going to launch a nuke? If all he wants to do is prove the AI retaliation system works, he doesn't need to put a live warhead on it.
I agree. He could demonstrate the system by launching the missile alone, without a warhead. I asked him the same thing at first. He said there was no point in using a dummy missile. That it'd take an actual nuclear launch to deter potential enemies. Launching the real deal gives him a leg up in negotiations with Langley. That's what he's really after.
Soviet research on bipedal locomotion.
I based the bipedal locomotion technology used in Peace Walker on Soviet research. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I stole most of the basic ideas behind it.
Soviet?
Oh.
Bipedal? You mean Granin?
You know him?
Yeah. I met him at his lab in Russia. He helped me out a little bit.
You met him? What were you?
He was head of the Granin Design Bureau, creator of countless Soviet weapons.
I'd hit a wall in my research at the time. Granin's ideas solved nearly all my problems.
There's nothing unusual about using somebody else's work to further your own research, is there?
As long as you cite it, yeah. But I wasn't in a position to do that. His research was classified at the highest level. Soviet research, no less.
So you used it without telling anybody?
I wanted to show up my colleagues for once. The ones who never took me seriously. But you reap what you sow. Coldman seized on that vulnerability. Told me if I quit the project, he'd expose my larceny.
He had you by the balls, Doc.
Granin, you guys remember Granin from Metal Gear Solid 3? That's who they're talking about.
How'd you get your hands on Granin's research?
That was also Coldman. He used his agency contacts to get a hold of it.
Giving you stolen information, then using it to blackmail you. Damn.
I knew it was Granin's work the minute I saw it. See, I'd been corresponding with him for a while.
Corresponding?
Letters. Between scientists doing the same kind of research. He always complained that nobody understood his ideas on bipedal locomotion.
So you're the American friend he was talking about.
Obviously, he didn't write a word about the technology in his letters. Except for one time. If by chance anything should happen to me, I entrust my research to you. Better that than handing it over to these ignorant so-called scientists.
Sounds like him, all right.
Then
Yeah.
one day, his papers actually came. It wasn't hard for me to imagine what had happened to him. I felt it was my duty to carry on his work after him. And also,
What?
I thought maybe combining his technology with mine could be a way to bring East and West together, like the docking of Apollo and Soyuz.
It'll never make the history books. And it's still not a reason to plagiarize.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I never had the courage to tell the truth, that's all. I always looked for excuses to cover it up.
Until now.
Huh?
You told me everything. You're no longer a coward.
True. So, not only Otacon went through the same situation, but Huey, which is his father, he went through the same situation. That's why I saw a photo of like a guy with glasses in Granon's part in MGS3. So yeah, I knew it was like a family member of Otacon or something. Yeah. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Huh? What about it?
You mumbled that when I first explained about Peace Walker. I'm curious what it meant.
Exactly what it says. Metal Gear. Granin coined the term.
Granin did?
He thought of his technology as the metal gear that meshes infantry with artillery.
I like the sound of that. Metal Gear. It's got a nice ring to it.
It does.
Better than an outright lie like Peace Walker, anyway.
The Shagohod. I remember the Shagohod.
Those papers the CIA gave you, was there any data on the Shagohod in there?
Shagohod?
A nuclear tank that launches IRBMs. It competed against Granin's system for approval.
Oh, the thing with the rockets. Designed by a guy named Sokolov, right?
Yep.
What's so funny?
No, I was just remembering some of the commentary Granin added to the Shagohod papers. You should have seen the way he badmouthed it. It was too conservative, too ugly.
I can imagine.
He was so angry when he wrote that, he smeared up the ink. And you know how shoddy the paper is over there to begin with.
I'll bet. That's Granin, all right.
Imagine accelerating the launcher itself to 300 miles an hour to extend the range of an IRBM. As stupid as it sounds, it's a hell of a concept. Who but the Soviets would think of using a tank as the first stage of a rocket? I actually took a cue from the Shagohod when I developed the Pupa.
That hovercraft thing? You stole that one too?
Give me a little credit. I only borrowed the concept. The technology is original. As it turned out, hover technology wasn't enough to handle all the terrain in Central America. It relied too much on brute force.
But the Shagohod was a major threat.
It was.
That thing could corner like you wouldn't believe. Built pretty tough too.
You sure know a lot about it.
Yeah, it almost did me in. I couldn't forget it if I tried.
Did you in? So you were the one who took it down.
Not just me.
Wow! You really are amazing.
I didn't do it alone.
Yeah.
No, seriously, thank you. We might not be here today if they'd begun mass producing that thing. Then again, they're hard at work now miniaturizing nuclear warheads. Pretty soon they won't even need an accelerated launcher like the Shagohod.
Great. That means they're that much closer to being able to launch from anywhere in the world.
With Eva's help, we destroyed the Shagohod together. So, yeah. Man, brings me back to MGS3 right now.
Chico called Peace Walker the Basilisco.
Basilisco? Oh, right, Spanish. That's funny. I once used the codename Basilisk for the Peace Walker platform myself.
What for?
The class of lizards called basilisks can walk atop any type of terrain. In a pinch, they can even stand up on two legs and run across water. Perfect name for a system that can walk anywhere in Central America, right?
Yeah.
Plus, there are the legends.
What legends?
The basilisks of legend were highly venomous creatures. There's a story told by the ancient Romans. A knight slew a basilisk by piercing it with his spear. The creature's poison seeped up the spear and killed both horse and rider. Remind you of anything, Snake?
Nuclear deterrence.
Bingo. Kill it, and you die along with it. Your hands are bound. I wanted Peace Walker to be like that.
You should know that people aren't that rational. Sometimes people do things that don't make sense, even when they know they're going to die. Or maybe it's because of that.
Maybe you're right. But that's exactly what I don't understand.
Cool. We only have 2 more long files from what I can see. About himself, electronic cigarettes. Electronic cigarettes. Let's
Hey
see.
Doc, what was that you were smoking in the lab? It looked like a cigarette, but it wasn't lit.
Oh, it's an electronic cigarette. I designed it myself. Pretty neat, huh?
Electronic. Cigarette.
Yup, a liquid in the filter that turns into vapor, and you inhale the microparticles.
So that was vapor.
I'd actually rather be smoking normal cigarettes, but not in that room. The smoke would wreck the precision equipment in there, ruin all its wiring. But the vapor is just steam. It doesn't contain tar or anything like that. So I can smoke it in the lab with no worries.
Nice.
Want to try one?
Nah, I'll stick with cigars.
Yeah, but
I don't like imitations. The real thing's always better.
okay. But you know, sooner or later, smoking's going to become very unfashionable across the world. It hurts you and those around you. Electronic cigarettes might not seem so bad then.
Yeah, when that happens, I'll think about it.
To be honest, they're both the same. If we're being honest, they're both the same. I've tried both of them, and they taste so gross. I don't really. Well, cigarettes are not that bad. It's whack. It's whack. It's whatever. But vapors though, with fruit flavors, ugh, nasty. Anyways, impact on genes. Let's see.
You said your dad was involved in the Manhattan Project, right?
Yeah?
And you think that's why you can't walk?
I don't know. Actually, you know, probably not. So far, nobody's found evidence that exposure to radiation in parents causes genetic defects in children, except for those exposed in the womb. Epidemiologically speaking, anyway.
That's the conclusion of the Atomic Bomb Casualty Commission.
Right. The ABCC commenced its study immediately after the war, and it's still ongoing.
Even now, 30 years later.
The effects of radiation exposure last a long time. I'm guessing it'll be another 10 years before we get a real verdict on whether it affects genes. Granted, it's the most massive study anybody's ever done. But that's really all it is, a study. The ABCC brought in bomb victims and ran tests on them, but they didn't treat them.
Really? Them too, huh?
At any rate, that's what my father made me believe when I was growing up.
Maybe it was tough for your dad to explain. Ever think of that?
Yeah, maybe. But this is my problem now, Snake. I have to face the nukes head on, whether I like it or not. My creations are being used for the wrong purposes. The onus is on me to stop it somehow. Help me, Snake.
I will. Roland Mother Base. Let's see.
Hey, as long as I'm here at Mother Base, why not assign me to the R&D team? You could use a guy like me.
Glad to have you on board. I'm sure Kaz is too.
Once I've got the necessary materials and design specs together, I should be able to start building you that bipedal weapon platform. Nothing would make me happier than for my research to help put a stop to Peace Walker.
It would help, actually. Dr. Strangelove. How Huey met Strangelove. Let's see.
So this Dr. Strangelove was at NASA?
Yeah, well, actually, Strangelove left for DARPA not long after I joined.
The
And then
DARPA
the
chief.
two of you ended up back together doing research in Costa Rica.
Not exactly together. We coordinated on a few things, but the research projects themselves were separate from each other. We had it worked out so that Dr. Strangelove handled the mammal pod, Peace Walker's cerebrum, while I did the rest.
That letter. Something to do with your research?
Huh? No, it's yeah, it's a report. Research findings.
Research findings? Anything in there we could use against Peace Walker?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just don't read it, okay? Promise me you won't?
Okay, I won't. You didn't have to make a deal about it. Okay. Alright, we listened to all the briefing files right now. I'm glad we're catching up with everything right now. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's equip the tranquilizer gun. And I guess the machine gun that we always use. Okay. Alright, let's get started with this mission. Now that we've caught up to the briefing files of Huey, let's see what we're up against. Okay. See. Chapter 2, The Phantom Hero.
Snake, how's the mule treating you?
At this pace, I should be there by tomorrow morning.
You've got to hurry. The AI could be completed any time now.
It'd be nice to have a guide.
Already on it. I've enlisted Paz to help you. She knows the jungle pretty well.
Snake, I know you are an expert in survival, but you need to stay alert. You are in an ancient jungle so foggy you can hardly see the trees. It is home to 2,500 species of plants, including 400 types of orchids. There are also 500 species of butterflies and over 400 species of wild birds. The bedrock is solid enough that mining ruins have miraculously survived centuries of earthquakes.
An AI lab in a mine ruin. Who thought, hey, Huey?
My sentiments exactly. That doesn't mean security is any less tight, though. You still have the ID card I gave you, don't you?
Got it right here.
That'll get you through the gate, no problem. After that, you're on your own. As long as the AI remains unassembled, Coldman's plan's on ice.
What about security inside the lab?
Well, it shouldn't be a problem for you. Strangelove demanded that the security presence inside the lab be kept to a minimum.
It's not all good news, Snake. Coleman knows we're here. He's raised security in the areas surrounding the lab. You'll be seeing a lot of that Chrysalis UAV, and a bunch of patrol choppers too. There may be scouts in the jungle lying in ambush. As you approach the lab, be extra vigilant.
I'll be careful.
Oh, not you again. Jesus Christ. How many times are we going to encounter you? Oh no. They just alerted my...
They're looking for you. Stay sharp. Snake, Strangelove's lab is a few miles to the north. It won't be long before the AI is complete. Don't let that happen.
Well, my horse is gone, so that's a problem. Alright, what awaits for us?
Careful. If there's enemy scouts around here, they'll be nearly impossible to see.
Enemy scouts, huh? That means I have to use my surround indicator just in case. Alright. Keep going.
Watch out. Enemy search may not spot enemies that are actively hidden.
Nothing here.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky, I see.
Someone here?
No, nothing here. Nothing there. Ah. Yeah, you go to sleep. Everything's fine. Let's see what kind of supplies he has for us. Some ammo. I'll take it. Let's... Alright, we need to be careful because there might be more of these guys. Oh, you sneaky little... Oh. Well, you go to sleep. Hey, buddy, are you okay? You don't look so well. Yeah, you relax and enjoy your break. trust anything. Alright, selva de la leche. Alright. There I am. Hey, I was wondering where I was at. Let's see. There are any more of those sneaky guys around here? They're pretty hard to see, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta keep an eye on things. Ele. Thought that was a soldier over there, but it's a dummy. So. Ele. Oh shit!
Please, Snake, get out there!
Oh god. These guys are actually really good with CQC. Nice. Oh, come on! Really?
We found the enemy. Send backup.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements now.
You sacks of crap. Wait, I deserve. Oh, prisoner. You run free, my guy.
What's going on?
Fulton recovering a helicopter is complete.
Nice shot. HQ, come in.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Return to base.
These guys are really good with CQC, I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect them to like. They're like the frog girls in NDS4. So I have a feeling that I'm going to struggle with these guys. What do we have here? A blue butterfly. Oh, really? We're going to a cliffhanger. Wow. Okay. And I got an A. Headshot Master rank C, huh? Ooh. Awarded for completing over 100 headshots. Heroism increases by 500. Okay. Oh yeah, and I got a new camouflage. That was pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie, because those guys are pretty good with CQC. Well, what kind of special report do you guys have for me? Alright, outer ops. Let's see. Outer ops sorting. All right. Everybody is getting... Ooh, a cardboard box. Ooh, okay. Team Bravo has returned. View Team Dispatch results. Yes. Let's see. How to play. Oh no! Lobster! Alright. Let's see what else we need to upgrade. Nothing right now. But we need to upgrade the items. Sonic Eye. Alright. Let's see the staff. Let's auto assign these guys. We're doing really well. Alright. Let's battle against this helicopter now. Item capture. Use C4 charges to destroy the container and retrieve all items.
Let's get this mission started. Complete the mission and proceed to the Fulton recovery point so we can get you back alive and well. Good luck out there.
Alright. Alright. Let's see. We have C4 equipped. We're ready.
Just my imagination.
I know I saw something.
Let's see.
I know I saw something.
Keep going till you've got all the items.
Alright, thank you, Chico. Let's see.
Now we've got to recover those supplies. Hurry. Yes. Now get over to the goal.
We're being shot at. Going to alert status.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements. Proceed with extra caution. Mission complete. Great job.
Alrighty. No matter if I alert the enemies, I just had to take the supplies. Alright, the following words can be infused with heroic spirit. Here I am. I'm going it alone. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see the staff. Let's auto assign this guy. Looks like everybody's doing well for themselves right now. Alright. Steve Blum is actually...
That's a hind. You've got to take it out somehow.
A hind,
Either neutralize the soldiers or bring down the chopper. Good luck.
Alright. Catarata de la Muerte.
Catarata de la Muerte means waterfall of death.
Huh. How cheerful.
I am sure it will be no problem for you, Snake. Especially compared to all the dire situations you've faced in the past.
Yeah, easy to say now. We'll see what really happens.
Sorry. Still, you have surprised me. Everything they say about the legend is true.
I'm neither hero nor legend. But for some reason, I don't mind you calling me that.
Thanks. Be careful, Snake. Peace.
Alright, neutralize the attack chopper.
Don't even think about facing a chopper head on. Guerrilla tactics would work well in a place like that. Moving from tree to tree will make it hard to get a fix on you from the air. That's your best chance.
Good thinking, Commandante. You clearly know your way around a battlefield.
Enough, boss. Time to stop talking and start using your ears. When you're hiding, you won't be able to see the chopper that well. It's important to use sound to get a read on its position. You could also try taking out its tail rotor. That would greatly reduce its mobility. And watch out for ground troops.
Copy that, Commandante.
Copy that, Commandante. Alright. Some more files? Okay. I don't know if we're gonna need the rocket launcher, but we're going to try with the same guns that I've been holding. I change sometimes with the guns, but not every time. Alright, how is this boss fight?
Forget about the chopper for now. Just take out the troops.
So take out the troops.
Strike before they spot you.
What is it?
Watch your back!
What is it?
Oh crap. Oh my god! Oh my god! Damn it. This is actually gonna be hard from what I can see.
Forget about the chopper for now. Just take out the troops. Strike before they spot you.
See things.
Watch your back!
god! Damn, this is gonna be tough. Okay,
Neutralize the enemy troops. Strike before they spot you. Launch your pads!
What is it? What is it?
alright.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
He's attacked! Going to alert status! What is it?
Oh, come on! I didn't have my rations equipped. Man, I'm so...
What's wrong, boss? It's caught! Lost!
This is gonna be hard. Jesus Christ. This is gonna take forever.
Eliminate that squadron, Snake. Strike before they spot your ass.
See this? Who's that?
No, come on, man!
Come in, Snake.
It's hard to know. It's hard to actually know if you're equipped with.
Forget about the chopper for now. Just take out the troops. Strike before they spot you. Watch your back!
The enemy's attacking! Going to alert status! What is it?
But no, no, no!
Are you alright? Snake! Snake!
God, he always like
Neutralize the enemy troops. Watch your back, mind you. Make sure they don't.
is it doing? a little long. I'll take that save because I just killed. I killed enemies, so it's okay. All right, that was kind of a tricky boss fight.
Boss, I'm starting to wonder if recruiting the soldiers with a Fulton isn't a little heavy-handed.
I already don't like where this is going.
I think the voluntary approach could be more pragmatic. Technically, we're not a corporate entity, but at our size, that's not too far from the truth. We can't keep using guerrilla tactics to find new blood. To search for volunteers, select recruit from the menu, or select train to exchange soldiers with other mercenary units.
Yeah, provided we've got the friends for that.
Let's go to Mother Base for now. Recruits. Spicy curry. Men's cologne. A new plant has been built thanks to staff efforts. Okay. Like Kaz said, recruits.
Battle-hardened veterans from all kinds of places trying to join our army. But they insist on testing your skills to see if you're the real deal before they'll join. Let's put these arrogant upstarts in their place. Take them down using hand-to-hand strikes or CQC. If you can knock them all out within the time limit, they'll join us, becoming powerful allies. Don't disappoint them, boss. Show them what you got.
All right.
Reporting for duty. I'm not done yet! You win!
Well then, that's much easier than getting all the soldiers from the mission. Let's go to Mother Base. Alright, we got more staff. Let's out of sang these guys. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Chaff grenades? Ooh, that'll be useful. Oh, I used everything. I don't think we need the... We're gonna need the analyzer. We don't really need it, so we're fine right there. And I'm afraid I'm gonna have to call it right here. I'm going to do another video for you guys after I eat some lunch. So be ready for that, guys. This game is really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It gets even better the more we get into the game. We already have delivery. We have outer ops, recruits versus ops, staff, R&D, Metal Gear, database, and trade. Can we build a Metal Gear yet? Yeah, not yet. Okay. Yeah, we don't have the parts yet, so. All right. We can't build a Metal Gear yet. So, mother base data. We're at rank 2, huh? Player data. We've completed 26 missions. Alright. We have a lot of logs. Anyways. We're gonna stop right here. Like I said. Thank you guys so much for watching Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. This game is becoming more fun the more we play it, and I think that it's getting better the more we get into it. The briefing files are explaining a lot. I think that this is a game that's really worth playing canonically. So I think the story is going to get better the more we play it, and the more gameplay we see, the more fun it's going to be. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time for another video. Resident Evil 3, that's what I'm going to be recording. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. It's time for me to dip. Stay hot, guys.